Hello, I'm Catherine Brown, a CF physiotherapist at the West Midlands Adult CF Centre in Birmingham. Autogenic drainage, or AD, is a gentle airway clearance technique which will help to loosen and move mucus in your lungs. A cough on its own will only clear mucus from your larger airways which are closest to your throat. Autogenic drainage is a series of breathing exercises which will move mucus from your smaller, narrower airways which are furthest away to the larger, closer airways so that you're able to cough and clear the mucus easily. AD can be taught to adults and children, and with the help of a parent or carer, can be used in babies too. You don't need any equipment to perform AD, which makes it a really useful technique to be used anytime, anywhere. Before you start AD, you need to take any inhalers or nebulizers that you've been prescribed to use before your airway clearance. Make sure you blow your nose and have a huff or a cough if you feel like you need to clear any mucus from your nose or from the back of your throat. Choose a relaxed and comfortable position so that your breathing doesn't feel difficult. And make sure you drink lots of water during the day to help the mucus be as loose as possible so it's easier to clear. During AD, you'll need to complete AD-style breaths. When breathing in, you should breathe in through your nose where possible, as quietly and as slowly as possible. A slow breath in is important as this allows time for the air to get behind any mucus and prevents the mucus from going back down. Your breath in should be a normal size. At the end of your breath in, you should pause for 3 to 4 seconds, keeping your upper airways and throat open and your chest and stomach muscles as still as possible. This also allows time for the air to get behind the mucus and fill your lungs. When breathing out, you should breathe out through your mouth. The aim is to create a steady flow of air through your airways. To do this, breathe out as fast as possible, but without forcing your breath, and that should be a bit like a sigh. If you wheeze when you're breathing out, you're probably trying too hard. It should be a bit like the breath you use when you steam up a mirror. If you have mucus on your lungs and you're doing the breath correctly, you should feel or hear crackles. Crackling is the mucus vibrating in your airways. If you don't hear crackles, this doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it wrong. It may just be that the mucus isn't moving yet.
When beginning autogenic drainage, you will need to clear your nose and airways. You should blow your nose and have a cough. Drink some water to help prevent you coughing during AD. First, you will do an assessment breath. This is a deep breath all the way in through your nose and pause at the top for 3 seconds. Then sigh all the way out. Your physio may put their hands on your chest to help with your position and to feel your breath. To push out the last bit of air, squeeze your tummy muscles. This allows you to listen and feel for mucus moving, which sounds like crackling. You can do this a few times to assess your breathing. Be sure to keep your mouth open so you can hear the crackles. If it is loud and at the beginning of your breath out, some mucus is already near your throat and can be coughed up. Clear this first with a huff and a cough. If the crackles are quiet or high-pitched, or heard at the end of the breath out, the mucus is in the small airways, which are deep in your lungs. At the start of AD, you will likely hear them lower down in the lungs. This means you need to start AD low in the lungs. To breathe low in the lungs, take a normal breath in, pause for 3 seconds, and breathe all the way out so your lungs are completely empty, like you did in the assessment breath. Now we can start AD. Take a normal sized breath in slowly through your nose. Pause for 3 seconds at the top. 1, 2, 3, and then sigh all the way out, using your tummy muscles to empty your lungs. Do this 3 or 4 times. When we can hear the crackles getting louder, you will move on to the next step. You can put your hand on your tummy so you can feel your muscles squeezing. Make sure you're in a comfortable position. Breathe in, pause, and sigh out through your mouth. Slow breath in through your nose, and stop. And sigh out through your mouth. You may feel like you need to cough, but try to avoid coughing at this stage. You will hear the crackles getting louder. They will sound like they are moving up your lungs. You can decide when you need to move up to the next type of breath. You will learn how it feels as the mucus moves through your airways. Once you complete this cycle of breaths, you will move to a slightly more comfortable breath. This time, breathe out normally, without squeezing your tummy to push out all the air. You will then take a normal-sized breath in, pause, and breathe out through your mouth. If you hear wheezing, try to slow down the breath a little. Breathe slowly in, pause, and then slowly out again through your mouth. Swallowing or breathing normally for a few breaths may help reduce the urge to cough. You can now move to higher volume breaths. Here, take a bigger breath in than your breath out. Once you feel ready, you can do a huff and a cough. A huff is where you feel like you are steaming up a mirror with your breath. This will remove the mucus from your lungs and allow you to spit it out. Your physio may wish to see this so they can assess how effective the cycle of breath is. You will have tissues and a glass of water if you need them.